Hi everyone, welcome to Jitanda's Biology.
Coagulation of blood. Coagulation of what? Blood. What mean by this coagulation of blood? Means clotting. Coagulation means what? Clotting. Ante gadda gattadam. Okay. So this clotting, how it is occurs? Generally, a normal human beings in that 3 to 6 minutes. Within the 3 to 6 minutes, the blood has to be gets clot. Whenever you get injured, from that injured portion, from that wound, the blood has to be get clotted within the 3 to 6 minutes of time. So that is a normal clotting time for a healthy adult human being. But and how it is occurring? So generally it is happening so also whenever you got injured, then after 1 minute or 2 minutes, depending upon person to person differs, but within the 3 to 6 minutes it will get clotted totally. How that clottage will occur? So that mechanism we are going to know. So now the mechanism of blood coagulation. Okay, mechanism of what? Blood coagulation or blood clotting. So how it is occurs means it's seen in the blood. In the blood, there will be the cells called what? That is thrombocytes. Thrombocytes. These thrombocytes, okay, will produce an enzyme. These thrombocytes will be produces an enzyme that is called what? Thrombokinase. An enzyme called what? Thrombokinase, an enzyme. That enzyme will be produced. So whenever a blood vessel is injured, then we got wound, these blood platelets, actually thrombocytes are also called what? Blood platelets. Okay, they are also called what? Blood platelets. And these blood platelets will be produced as thrombokinase enzyme. That enzyme what will do means it will go and act upon the prothrombin. Prothrombin. It is actually one type of protein present in the blood. It is one type of protein present in the what? Blood. So when the thrombokinase enzyme act upon the prothrombin, then this prothrombin is converts into thrombin. It converts into what? Thrombin. And this thrombin will go and act upon another protein called as a fibrinogen. Fibrinogen. Actually, how this fibrinogen is present? This fibrinogen present in the blood in the dissolved state. In the what? In the dissolved state. It will be in the form of what? Dissolved state in the blood. And these, when the thrombin will act upon fibrinogen, this fibrinogen is converting into what? Fibrin. It converts into what? Fibrin. How it will be there? It is that is a insoluble state. Okay, it converts into what? Insoluble state. So that is dissolved state to what? That is insoluble states. That is just like a fibers it forms. Just like what? Fibers it forms. Okay, in this way the coagulation of blood occurs. How means you see Nana? Okay, this is a leg. Here and a wound is occurred. So that is what will happen? The blood is oozing like this. The blood is oozing like this. When the blood is oozing, at that time what happen? That through the blood present in these cells will produce this thrombokinase enzyme. The thrombokinase enzyme will acts upon the prothrombin present at here. That prothrombin is converting into what? Thrombin. This thrombin acting upon what? Fibrinogen. This fibrinogen is state? Soluble state. And thereby this fibrinogen becomes insoluble state. And that will becomes like this. Yeah, like this fibers will be formed like this. When the fibers are forming, automatically what will happen? These fibers are entangle the cells. Entangling. And that all the blood cells which are has to be oozed out from this wound will be gets struck here. They will get what? Struck. Why? Because the fibers are obstructing the flow, and thereby what happen? That leads to these fibers only nothing but fibrins. That fibrin only in the form of fibers, and they are entangling the cells, that is obstructing the cells to flow out blood cells, thereby that leads to what? Blood clotting. So this is a mechanism. And here generally it is naturally occurring, but in some people it not occurs. Why? Because due to the deficiency of vitamin K. To the deficiency of what? Vitamin K, it leads to what? The blood clotting will not occur in 3 to 6 minutes of time. That is one reason. And second reason is, in some people they are suffering from a disease called as a hemophilia. What is that? Hemophilia disease. It is also a genetic disease. Genetic disease means the disease which is getting from parents to children. When it is getting this disease, generally the children who has been born to the closely blood related parents, that is nothing but father and mother are blood related and they get married, there is a more chances for their children to get such type of disease. That is a genetic disease, heredity. Consanguineous marriage, we call it as consanguineous marriage, means nothing but మేనరిక సంబంధాలు, that is మరదలు as well as some other relation will get married, no, very close relations. In that marriage people, in that married couple, the children will suffer from the disease called hemophilia. In hemophilia as well as in vitamin K deficiency, we can't see the blood clotting in the 3 to 6 minutes of time, or else naturally it occurs in this fashion, okay, or in this process. Okay, this is about the blood coagulation mechanism. Blood coagulation mechanism. We are going to know about lymphatic system. Lymphatic system. One more important system in the circulatory system. It is also one of the part of what? Circulatory system. The lymphatic system is consisting of that is lymph vessels. What is that? Lymph vessels. And inside the lymph vessels, what is flowing? A liquid called what? Lymph. A liquid called what? Lymph is flowing inside the lymphatic vessels. See, in the blood in the circulatory system, we have blood vessels. Blood vessels inside what is flowing? Blood. In the same fashion, that is inside the lymphatic vessels, the lymph is flowing. This lymph is a Latin word. Actually, it is what? It is a Latin word. The meaning of the lymph is nothing but water. What is that? Water. That is a transparent water like a liquid. Transparent water like a liquid. And it is present parallelly to venous system. Parallelly to what? Venous system. That is a veins. Okay. Parallelly to the venous system, it is present. For example, you think that this is a man. Okay. Okay. You think that is a human being. Okay. For example, these are the veins, means parallelly to the veins like this, we have the lymph vessels. Okay, veins are the one type of blood vessels now. Same like that, lymph vessels also present like parallelly. From top to bottom, it will present that is in the fashion. So this is about this is a blood vessel, means for example, this is a blood vessel. Then parallel to the blood vessel, what we have? We have the lymph vessels. We have what? Lymph vessels. So that is especially veins. Beside the veins, these are present. Parallel to the venous system, we have the lymphatic system. And see Rana, what is the duty of this lymph means? For example, you take first heart is there. This heart what will do? It pumps the blood into what? Arteries. It pumps the blood into what? Arteries. And arteries will take the blood to all the cells of the body. Before sending here, from the heart is pumping the blood into arteries, and that arteries are taking the blood into what? Capillaries. Why? Because between the tissues and the arteries there is a connecting blood vessels called what? Capillaries. And these capillaries are being, that arteries are sending the blood into the capillaries, and from the capillaries some portion of the liquid portion, some of the liquid portion from the tissues, okay, will be come out. There will be what? Flow out, and that liquid is called as tissue fluid. That is called what? Tissue fluid. This tissue fluid which has been come out in the process of circulation, that has to be again added back into the blood circulation. That should be added back into what? Blood circulation. Otherwise, the amount of blood maybe gets decreased. So it should not happen. It is dangerous for our body. So that's why whatever the liquid portion which has been come out, that is from the capillaries, that is considered as a tissue fluid, and this tissue fluid will be in the tissue fluid some amount, that is not all, some amount of this tissue fluid is enough, that is taken up by the veins. That is taken up by what? Veins. And through the veins they go to what? Heart. They go to where? Heart. But whereas the remaining amount of this tissue fluid, where they goes? The remaining amount of that is some will be goes there, and remaining amount of the tissue fluid, the remaining amount of that tissue fluid will be goes into the lymphatic system. That is taken by whom? Lymphatic system. That is the lymph vessels. And these lymph vessels are again adding back into what? Veins. They are adding back into what? Veins. So in this way, that lymphatic vessels are useful in maintenance of that is transporting, sorry, not maintenance, in the transporting of liquids as well as the nutrients, transport of liquids and what? Nutrients. So this is about heart to arteries, arteries to capillaries. When a capillaries, some of the cells and some liquids will be squeezed out, and that is called a tissue fluid. The tissue fluid, in the tissue fluid, some amount of tissue fluid is carried by the veins to the heart. At the same time, remaining amount of tissue fluid is taken by the lymphatic system. From the lymphatic system, again it is taken by the ooma to the veins, and again veins are taken to what? Heart. In this way, the total circulation will be occurs. And moreover, this lymph, okay, this lymph is acting as a, that is it is useful in what? In bringing the nutrients. It is useful in what, Nana? Bringing the nutrients from where, Nana? From the blood to cell. Blood to what? Cells. That is one function. Another thing is that the waste materials, the waste which are produced in the cells are being added back into what? Blood. So this is also one more function of what? Lymph. The useful nutrients present in the body through the blood supplying to the cells. At the same fashion, that is the waste materials which are present in the cells will be sent into what, Nana? That is a blood. That is also one of the function. You take what are the difference between the, that is a blood. You take blood means what? It consisting of what? Liquids, okay, plus solids, okay, liquids plus solids plus blood cells. Blood what, Nana? Blood cells. Whereas you take a lymph, you take the lymph, okay, you take the lymph will consisting of only the liquids, the only what, Anna? Liquids, that is no solids in them, no solids. And blood cells also only WBC cells are present. Among the blood cells only the WBC cells are present, RBC cells are absent. But where in the blood, RBC cells and WBC cells also present. That is in the lymph only liquids without solids and only WBC cells are present. And one more liquid is there, that is called as serum. Serum means after the blood clot, after the what, Anna? Blood clot, okay, after the blood clot, whatever the liquid is formed, okay, the liquid is formed, that is called what? Is called as serum. Is called what? Serum. Okay, that is a golden yellow in color. This serum is what? Golden yellow in a color. That is a dry grass color. Golden yellow in a color. So that is the color of what, Anna? That is a serum. So these are the three types of liquids. Blood, liquids and solids plus blood cells. Lymph only the liquids and blood cells like only WBC cells. Serums are useful in what? Now, serums is nothing but a liquid formed after the formation of blood clot. So this is about the three types of liquids. How the lymph will be flows? The lymph will be, okay, shown the movement with help of, that is muscles. By the what, Anna? Muscles contraction. By the of what? Muscle contraction, what? Relaxation, which are attached to the what? Bones. It attached to what, Anna? Skeleton system. That is the bones. So by the movement of muscles itself, that is the lymph will be show the movement. Still about the much details about the lymph will be discussed in the further upcoming classes. See, Nana, this lymph sometimes what will happen? For example, you are in a long journey without having any movement. In a bus you are going a 8 hours journey or 10 hours journey like that. What will happen? Your legs will be get swollen. Okay, your legs will be gets what, Anna? In your journey, in a long journey, you are without movements. Okay, in your journey the legs will be gets what? Swollen. Why? Because due to the accumulation of lymph. Due to what, Anna? Accumulation of what? Lymph. So due to the accumulation of lymph, that lymph legs may be or else hands may be gets a swelling. That process, that disease is called as edema. That is called what? Edema. Edema is a disease due to the excess accumulation of lymph will get the swelling of hands and legs. That is called as what? Edema. Why? Because we won't have any movements. Whenever in the journey we don't show any movements, at that time what happen? The lymph will be not transporting that is transporting and accumulating at one place. So that is called what? Edema. Evolution of transport system. Evolution of transport system. Transport means nothing but here what? Circulatory system. Circulatory system. How the evolution has been occurred in various animals about the circulatory system, we are going to know in this topic, Nana. Okay. First, you take unicellular organisms. Anything evolution, first we have to discuss means we have to start with what? Unicellular organisms itself. The unicellular organisms like what? Amoeba. What is that, Anna? Amoeba. So these amoeba will be shown the moment there is no particular transcript, that is circulatory system, Nana. Why? Because it is made up with only single cell. So the single cell only has to carry out all the functions. So that's why amoeba will show the cytoplasmic currents. Cytoplasmic current. That means the cytoplasm inside the amoeba will show the moment, and with the moment of cytoplasm itself, the transporting of materials will occurs from one place to another place. That is cytoplasmic currents and entity. That is moments of cytoplasm. Moments of what? Cytoplasm. By the moments of cytoplasm only we can see the moments of transportation of substances in the amoeba. And you take that is parazoas, that is protozoans. You take protozoans, that is examples for protozoans for this is nothing but you take hydra. Okay, so that is you take hydronaut, that is nothing but sponges. You take in the sponges, they'll show the moment. Okay, the circulation will be occurs by the what? By the moments of flagella. By the moments of what? Flagella. So they have the in a ribbon shaped structure like flagella. With the flagella only, there as the flagella show the moment, then the cytoplasm will move here and there, and with the help of that moments of cytoplasm only, the materials will be transmitted from one place to another place. That is, these are called as the flagellary moments. They are called what? Flagellary moments. That is moments of amoeba. Sorry, moments of what? These sponges. And you take cnidarians. What is that, Anna? Cnidarians. Okay, you take cnidarians. Examples are what? That is cnidarians examples are you take a hydra. Okay, as well as a jellyfish. Okay, hydra is what? Jellyfish and etc. In them they have the what? How the that is this transportation occurs, means the transportation occurs in them with help of gastrovascular cavity. With help of what? Gastrovascular cavity. Gastrovascular cavity means in a blind sac like structure is there. Totally sac like structure is present inside the body. That sac like structure only is useful for transporting of materials. That is called what? Gastrovascular cavity. And later after the cnidarians we have about the platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. This platyhelminthes you take means this platyhelminthes that is examples is you take Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica. Okay, these organisms, okay, the platyhelminthes have the pseudocoelom. Pseudocoelom. That is pseudocoelom. With help of pseudocoelom, they'll carry out the process of water transportation. Okay. Okay. Next phylum is Platyhelminthes. Platyhelminthes. This Platyhelminthes examples is Fasciola hepatica. Fasciola hepatica. This Fasciola hepatica will have what? Digestive system for exclusively supplying the nutrients for all the cells, and it has the excretory system for the transporting of waste materials outside. Next one is nematoda. Next phylum is what, Anna? Nematoda. These nematoda will have, that is organisms for nematoda examples is, we can take it out, that is earthworms, or not earthworm, that is ascaris. This ascaric like organisms. And in that they have the pseudocoelom. Pseudocoelom. What by this pseudocoelom is nothing but that is in a false cavity. And next you come to the another organism, that is phylum, that is called Annelida. In the Annelida example is nothing but earthworm, leech, etc. In that we have the, that is eucoelomates. What by eucoelomates? Nothing but that is a true cavity. U means what? True. Coelomates means what? Cavity. It have a true cavity. With help of that cavity only they will undergo the process of transportation. And it has a pulsatile vessel. Pulsatile what, Anna? Vessel. What by this pulsatile vessel? Means vessel means a tube like structure. Pulsatile means we show the contraction relaxations. As they are showing the contraction relaxations as well as rhythmic up and downs, the materials has been transmitted through this that is pulsatile vessel. Next one is, after that we have the arthropoda phylum. These arthropoda phylum examples are nothing but insects, okay, like cockroaches, that is spiders, cockroaches, so many organisms will come under this. And they have what? Pulsatile, okay, pulsatile organ. What is this pulsatile organ? Means a tube like heart, a tube like a heart is present. That tube like a heart will show the contraction relaxation. With help of that, the movement of molecules will be occurs. So that is a pulsatile organ in arthropods. And moreover, it is a open type of circulation. Open type of what? Circulation. What is this open type of circulation? We'll detailedly discuss later. And next one is molluscas. What is that? Mollusca best example is what? Nothing but same, that is snail, okay, and etc. In this also pulsatile organ and open type of circulation. And next one is that is echinodermata. This echinodermata will also have what? Echinodermata example is starfish. What is that? Starfish. And here they will also have the somewhat well developed organs and open type of circulation. So next one is what? Chordates. Next one what? Chordate. That is euchordates. Okay, urochordates or euchordates, we can say such type of organisms will have what? Open type of circulation. Now we will discuss about the open type of circulation. What by this open type of circulation? Means the blood flows in the empty spaces. The blood flows in the open spaces. That is called what? Open type of circulation. That is, it not flows in the blood vessels. It flows in the open spaces. And these open spaces are called what? Blood sinuses. They are called what? Blood sinuses. Okay. So whereas a closed type of circulation means what? The closed type of circulation means blood flows in the blood vessels only. That is in the closed. Okay. Inside the blood vessels only blood will flow, not in the open space. That is called as the closed type of circulation. And this open type of circulation examples are these arthropods, molluscas, echinodermata, as well as undeveloped chordates, that is urochordates, etc. And whereas the developed animals like mammals are the best example for closed type of circulation. Mammals, okay, reptiles, as well as aves will also come under this. And not only the circulation, the blood color will also be different. The blood color will also be different. For example, you take snail. The color of the snail of blood is blue in color. Okay, you take caterpillar. Okay, caterpillar, the blood color will be what? Green in color. You take man, what is the color? Red in color. You take cockroach. Okay, you take a cockroach. What is the color? That is a white color, or we can say it is a colorless. So this much differences are there in the transport system, Nana. Okay, right from the beginning of amoeba to different developed organisms like mammals. Color difference, type of circulation different, and type of circulatory organs also different. This is about the evolution of transport system in different organisms.
Watching. Please like, share and subscribe.